Welcome to the jungle. We left off looking at turn 76. We are continuing our war with Machaka. We have been doing well, but there's still a lot of stuff, a lot of big threats. We see an ancient presence and a lot of fire elementals, magma children, and a huge king of bane fire. So he has two uh, fire elemental kings. He has two Queens of Thunder. Yeah, one here, we can see. And still the Pretender that we tried to catch here. And of course, there's this Sorcerous with a lot of stuff. Oh, the Pretender's here. Yeah, we're trying to get the Pretender. And the Capital's right here. And we have a secondary front up here in Pythium. We're storming Pythium's castle. Well, before we look at the big battles, let's see if there's any raiding. Let's start with that. How about we start here? Here we're taking our thug that was kitted out to try to kill the Pretender with a great sword of sharpness. He has battle fright, has a chest wound. That doesn't matter for him. Yeah, chest wound -5, but it's still 0. And he has the undead. We wanted to use these undead to add fear to the army, but we have been using them being led by him, who has a lot of undead leadership, to retake the lake. So they're just an attack closest, and the Shade Beasts are behind because they're faster. Let's see how it goes. That's a decent number of PD. Heavy cav. But they don't have magic weapons. Also, the Fear R should be oh, they broke already. And we get Soulless when the Shade Beast skill. Get in, man. What are you doing? You're bigger than them. You're what? Size 4, yeah. Because he has a dancing trident, he thinks he has to dance too. Okay, yeah. When he gets in, he does a lot of damage. Yeah, the Havika have routed. And they all rout. Easy peasy. This was the result. We lost 2 Shade Beast, 6 Heavy Cav, 20 Light Infantry. We are also raiding Machaka's Cap Circle here with the mercenary that we used to kill the first ancient presence. He lost his troops when he teleported, but good mage. We have another mercenary here. We're scripting to Gifts from Heaven. He has some mechanical men, which are nice. And there were some leftover goals from that raid we lost. And we had a spectral mage that we're using to lead them in battle. We don't have a lot of troops, just 16 units. So the script here is more focused on, yeah, this water elemental will be free because we have waterlands. On this case, though, we had to give him nature gems for creeping doom and 1 earth gem so he can have more reinvigoration with summon earth power. This is how they're placed. Let's see how it goes. Area cast by no one. Big amount of PD. Yeah, just the mages without the animals, the elementals. Might not be enough. The skeletons, of course. That's great. The elementals, the flyers got into the archers. Nice hit. Yeah, that's a good way to use gifts from heaven when you have units you don't care about. Well, I say this, I use gifts from heaven anyway and kill my own sacreds all the time. Why did he cast Cholera in this province? There's no fort here. I do not understand. Maybe there's a lab and he wants resources to get mages, but this is very expensive. Interesting. The goals routed. And there was a temple, we raised it, 121 units. 2 ghouls died. They retreated. It's probably very few of them now. The gifts from heaven killed 24. We are moving in Fezibor. We took this fort, Hanafe. We needed a couple turns here to regroup and get new items, get new mages, get more troops. Now we're moving 400 troops here. We're using some of the spiders. This one is the commander, right? Yeah, Voice of the Hunters. As bodyguards for our important units. What's noteworthy here is, well, anti-magic now goes on turn 1, so does Featherweight Army, and this is important because we know he's doing Earthquake. This guy, he's a communion master, but the Featherweight Army, he's not gonna give the fatigue to the slaves because they're casting Communion Slave turn 1, and he is already a Communion Master due to the Sky Metal Matrix. And so he's gonna have a lot of fatigue right away. But then the following air spells we want to cast and the death spells, he's gonna be able to distribute this to the communion. But then he's not gonna give more off-path excessive fatigue to the slaves because he's set to fire. So this is the idea behind this guy. Also has a spider guarding him. That's cute. What else? We have a Nidhiri here with a pretender killing kit. Not the best one, but using some of the old items we had. The great sword of sharpness is there. How many scar souls? 7 scar souls. We have our vampire that we empowered in nature. Then this enables us to do poison resistance 10, turn 1 outside the communion, takes pressure out of nature gems. And actually, he's a communion master too. Yeah, maybe he should have been on attack, not on spells. Also, he gives 4 strength all units. Oh, but he does help the communion because he does reinvigoration, right? And this clears 100 fatigue of the slaves. And I gave him a lot of blood slaves, but he always has 5 temporary blood slaves anyway. This is an important battle, so we don't want to take any chances. And then damage reversal, he's going to give this to the slaves too. And then more reinvigoration. The gnome is going to be giving battle fortune. Only takes as an AoE 20, but it's a good spell. And then summon an earth powers, army of shades, reduces the attacks by 2. This is going to be a lot of fatigue. He's Glamour 3, but he has the shield that autocasts Power of the Spheres. So he's going to be Glamour 4 and 3 in these other paths. But he has Ring Vig items here, so he has 5 Ring Vig, and he's going to have Summoner Power too. So hopefully he can cast all that. We have 2 Flame Spirits here doing Fire Fan and Gift of the Furies. And they're set out like this. Let's see how it goes. Now, before our army could get there, we have all these messages. He marched into a strange, frightening, thick mist. He endured it, but 5 less brave units got lost. And the Sith Miranda returned back. The Lizard Shaman was forced back. So many of the mages didn't make it, and some of the troops didn't make it either. But here's the battle. Hopefully there's enough here. Just PD, thankfully. He could have patrolled with all that stuff he has around. Could have been bad. I don't know what buffs I end up getting. Might burn out my communion. Well, I suppose I won't, because this will be over very quickly. Yeah, I'm grateful for the Draconians, because they make it even faster. Lost 3 Nidavangr, just a few PD. Also lucky our assassin Kamazot, who has a chest wound weakened and another healing wound. He is leaving after his successful assassinations in the hopes that our gift of health will heal his afflictions. Here at Pythium, we are storming. We have been building up a bigger army here, doing gem and item logistics. And let's see what we have. We also got Featherweight Army, turn 1. You can see there isn't as many items here, but there is some. We have a Thug here. Gariod. Is this the guy? Yeah, this is the guy that was blind. He has increased attack, so he healed his eyes due to the global. And he still has an amazing attack. He has some kit. This I think we got from an event. He's not on attack large monsters, because although this could deal with pretenders and stuff like that, but he's gonna protect the mages on the back. We should. This guy has a gate cleaver and better gear. And how many Scar Souls? Yeah, he still has 7. He's on attack large monsters. Bringing some Zots, Troll Mercenaries. Where is anti-magic here? Anti-magic is important. Okay, so here I have the air spells being cast by 2 different crows. Yeah, I had to select only the Communion Masters to find anti-magic is with the lizards. But okay. Got some Vine Ogres here. Now they're in a better formation. Let's see how it goes. Eagle Eyes and Bane Fire Darts. No storms, so Bane fire on the poor Zots. They're decaying. They already routed. This one's, well, they routed. I think they Bane fired themselves, yes. This guy's decaying. Well, I like to have the Zots to distract the archers, but if they decay themselves, that's even better. Fine ogres have a lot of HP, so they regenerate a lot. Yeah, here they Bane fire their own troops again, even with Eagle Eyes. These poor Nidilvas are decaying. They are young. They must be getting old so fast. Let's take one in the back here. Oh, 25. Well, not that young. But yeah, she's already 48. Let's get another Nidilva here. He's decaying, but his max age is 1000. So not such a big deal for him. But yeah, 64 weakened. Can you imagine? 25 years old. It's already too late. You didn't achieve everything you wanted in life. So might as well die in a battle anyway. And just to get from here to here, you go from being 25 to, let's see, 58. That's commitment. Is this one decaying? No. I think all the decayed ones already died. So many buffs. Yeah, another one died there. He's 130 years old. And we got a skull staff and a skull staff. So he has been building a lot of boosters too. But he has so many. I think he's just making them to put on the researchers for the +1 research. I don't think that's worth it. Well, he did have that global that made crafting cheaper for a while. 4 Nidbatad, 22 Nidovor, the troll survived, 6 Vine Ogres, and more than half of the Zots, but they retreated. He had 2 Voices of the Lord and 7 Sorcerers who Banefire themselves. Got a few units back, and the mages that retreated didn't die. Turn 77. So we're on top of a Fezibor. We got a bishop fish right here. I don't think I had a Shambler skin ready for him, so he's gonna preach for 1 turn. So this here is called Veil of Perpetual Mist, is a local enchantment. and it's really giving us problems. So we only have part of our mages and units we wanted to bring. Yeah, a lot of them stayed back. Looking at our scouting here and Machaka, look at this tentacle he did to attack Shinoyama. He has great eagles, hunter spiders, black hunters and sorcerers, and a king of the mountains. So he has all elemental royalty, except for the queens of water. But yeah, I think strategically this was a mistake because yeah, he just made a tentacle here to attack him. Would have if he didn't want to fight Asphodel or me, it would have been much better to eat Ubar, who's right here. We had lost Nidavangr to barbarians, but they migrated and they attacked the Tower of the Iron Order here. But RPD won. Very nice. Fezibor is breached, so there wasn't a lot of stuff defending. We are doing, yeah, whenever I have two field patrollers in a blood hunting province and I let unrest get out of control, I take the opportunity to cast some other stuff I need or want. So I would like to search for blood everywhere, but I'm only picking places where I have already searched other paths and didn't fly and find any sites, hoping that I'll find a blood discount site, which can be huge. I don't know if that matters, because sometimes you even get multiple of the same sites in a province. Sort of a gambler's fallacy, I think, to think that just because I didn't find it, now I'll find one for sure. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. Another crow that was blood hunting here is going to do Caravan reanimation. Uh, we see that we have a lot of corpses because we have that mages and we have a lot of forts to siege down. So we need that siege chef, even if they aren't very units. And it's just one turn of a mage to get 200 troops. We got also a new merc, the Windlord. We put him right here on Pythium. And crafting, we are doing some more tug gear. We're doing the Shamblin's skin armor. We're using the Pretender to craft the flame helmet because I don't think we have. Although the flame spirits could do it, but all the flame spirits are committed to battle. Yeah, yeah, and the other fire mages I have are not high enough. We lost the lake to Tritons. Yeah, we didn't leave a lot of PD there. So we are moving our Bane in with the Undead Party, same script. Yeah, that's a different formation, but sometimes you get that. Are they on attack rear? Oh, it doesn't matter where you go, the bitter wind the Bane will get you. And he's not gonna miss. 20 attack. We have 10 defense. These guys are getting frosty. but they have low encumbrance. Routed. Yeah, when we get the cool Soulless. Although they don't look like a merman, they look like a Atlantean militia. It's cool that Winter does this. They should continue and have like every troop type their own. Lost 9 Shade Beasts now, due to that. Envelop with the attack rear. So we attacked here. We are moving in more mages. We're doing a raid here. Let's see who's all coming. Oh, we got the mage that killed that second ancient presence and got the silver arms from her, although I'm not making use of all of his arms. And yeah, the bears, the bear clan. Let's take another bear mage here. Here's one. Yeah, he's not moving. You can see he has 18 map move. It says 18 here, although it's very small. When you change shape, it still shows 18, but if you click again, it changes to 22. And he keeps the movement bonuses. So yeah, even the bear is worth moving in bear form and change the shape to get more map move. But we're bringing the mechanical man and the mages here for another raid. Let's see how it goes. I wonder, there's no Calaria here. I wonder if he cast that so he could recruit more spiders on the cap. Just for the fraction that the capital sucks from adjacent provinces. I mean, I think I understand doing that for the capital, but for the adjacent provinces, I think it's a bit too expensive because it's 20 gems just to cast it. His flames from the sky did really a lot of damage to me. In any case, this PD is no problem. We are way in the back, so should be getting hit by arrows. And now it's time for you to go. These crossbow think they stand a chance against this army of mechanical man elementals, insects, and long dead. One hit, they'll be gone. Wow, they're brave. 10 morale. Only the last one decided to leave. So we didn't lose anything. The results here is just the change shape of the bear clan. And now that Pythium is under our control, yeah, it's nice to have this high income province with this nice site. That's a lot of gems. That's one of the best of the national sites. And what's cool is that I never seen this. This is a capital site that you get to keep because this is from the nation. It's not random, I think. And you can recruit the Hydra hatchlings here. In fact, I am recruiting some. My idea initially was to use them as soul vortex batteries for communion slaves, but I forgot that they are undisciplined. Yeah, undisciplined. And I cannot fix that. Well, we are raiding here with just the mercs, the trolls we already had, and the Windmaster here that we just got. And we're moving our army right away into the bountiful land, aiming for the Silver Fangs here where there is a throne. So let's see. This is the script. We got Fog Warriors, Personal Misform, Arrowfan, Misform, Misform. This is how they're set. Flying attack rear for the sylphs that he has. Let's see how it goes. And he's putting a lot of PD. Yeah, they're ethereal. All their tankiness is based on that, so which means they die really fast too, because part of the attacks will get through. And now the trolls got in, and some of them are misformed. Should be easy. They get the air shield? No. Misform. Unfortunate. We lost 8 out of our 50 sylphs. There were 91 units of PD. And the army that was the Pythium moving to Bountiful Land. Same stuff basically, but now we got some Solas as siege chaff, so we can siege it down faster. Let's see how it goes. Just PD. Unfortunate that we're gonna take a lot of losses on our Solas. Well, easy come, easy go. Yeah, 16 Solas and 8 out of 8 of the Zots. But I never know, they might patrol this time. Even though my file doesn't show, we ended up storming a Fezibor. I apologize that I cannot know exactly if this was the script, but it's probably a case that I changed my mind after I saved the file, because I lost so some of the humans and some of the mages that I wanted to be here due to the veil of perpetual mist. So I think my first idea was I was going to reinforce, but then I said I wanted to move faster towards Machaka, and what I had here is enough. Yeah, which looks like it's enough after I killed all those 200 spiders here at Hinafe. Looks good enough. So it's something like this. Let's see how it goes. Okay, we have a few sorcerers, Queen of Clouds here. Lots of draconians, some more sorcerers up front getting. Oh, they're spamming illusory army. Yeah, they know they don't have enough stuff and they want to hold the gate. So their draconians land back there. What happened to this guy? Pretenders here. Ring of Water Breathing, Ring of Regeneration, Crown of the Ivy King. Yeah, he's on attack rear. He cleared misform on these guys. Any thugs here? No, just the nids. Yeah, they're getting through him. Yeah, 22 protection, already harassed down. -9. Not enough. Got an affliction too, even though he's... No, he's not affliction resistant. Yeah, we can check right away. Great sword, great sword, great sword. Nice roll. 30 perlas, 19. Increased to slash. No problem. Didn't even need the thugs. And our Draconians are doing well. Theirs are almost gone. There are some illusions there. There's this Phantasmal Beast. 75 HP. But our Draconians, this guy's decayed, but this guy's asleep. But they're pretty buff. Mist Form, Blurred, Air Shield. He's asleep too, though. Yeah, great distraction. Yeah, it's cool that life after death, when they die, you get the same size unit, but they're size 7, right? Let's get a Draconian here. Yeah, size 7. That's why we get these guys. But they don't have a Draconian sprite for Solace. Yeah, they should. But it's pretty cool, though, the ones that are in the game already. So, the battle summary. We lost 4 Lizard Shamans, 1 Apprentice, 1 Wolf Clan, 2 Bear Warriors, 15 Draconians. There's still quite a few of them left. Only 2 Nidbetheds. The 41 Nidavangr did really well. I think the Nidbetheds didn't queue a lot because a lot of them were probably on attack large monsters, which was a good call. And lost his Pretender. Well, lost everything, but had his Pretender, had the Queen of Clouds. And items. We found a Crown of Command, Crown of the Ivy King, so we got another artifact. Crown of Command, Gossamer Veil, Tome of Legends, another artifact. Earth Boots, Thistle Mace, Dream Spool, Gossamer Veil, Dream Spool, Thistle Mace, Dragon Helmet, Champion Skull, Thistle Mace, Robo of the Sea, and a Water Blaze. Some of them are mine, but of course the artifacts aren't. But there's another important detail of this battle that I will show you. Okay, so this is round 0 of the battle. We press F1 and tab shows the details and C shows only the commanders. And here we see the flags. So this is Machakas. There's the pretender here. And the black sorcerers are the ones with the high pass and that have earth. So a lot of items, and this guy that has 5 earth and earth gem generators. In addition to being cursed, there's this icon here, which means he's holding up a global enchantment. And of course, he died. Turn 78. Well, we reach construction 9. We are on Wish now. This is my list after Wish. But I keep changing this so I don't mention a lot about it. But we already do have Arcane Nexus that we are holding on because you can see that I spent a lot of gems every turn to have battle power and summons and crafting. Um, so like I researched it, I couldn't cast it immediately. Also, it would have to go over one of the globals, but the last of Machaka's globals was just freed up from that battle. Man, he had three globals, and how quickly he has none. In any case, we thought about it. We decided that after we spend what we want to spend, which is what we put on our units, and doing a twiceborn, a revive king. Well, this doesn't count getting a vampire lord because that's blood, and forging some of the other stuff. Getting another rune smasher here. Yeah, see how tough it is with the boosters. We had to use the staff of elemental mastery too to be able to craft a rune smasher, but we can do it. I'm glad I've been recruiting these guys. But in any case, let's see how many pearls I put in total because I don't remember. But I remember that I was thinking if I should risk it or not, but decided to take the gamble. But it was 223 pearls on Arcane Nexus. In fact, yeah, no, he already had these paths. He's getting boosted by the Ring of Sorcery, which is hugely expensive and a point of meteoric iron. So yeah, that's what we put in it. Bitterwind, the Bane Lord that was chasing the Pretender, didn't find him, but we killed him with nids on that battle. He has ambidextrous and increased attack and defense. So yeah, ideally we would put two weapons at him to make use of this trait now. Very nice stats. In Ephesibor, we are taking a turn to rally before we move on to Machaka, reinforcing. Also, I wanted to give more, probably wanted to give more gems to my mages, and I'm spending everything on that Nexus gamble. But we are raiding the cap circle, being annoying. We're already border Asphodel here. We're gonna raid this swamp too, and they lost a province here to independence. Who these knights probably saw that Machaka was having trouble holding on to their big empire and decided to declare independence. So now they're helping us. And normally, when I was talking about the war going on here, the capital, I would say, okay, on the northern front. But I'm I'm making so much progress. I'm almost completing my empire on a vertical column here. I can just go down on the wraparound. We are making progress on the bountiful land. We're sieging it down. Let's see. Yeah, moderately damaged, so probably a couple more turns. But we are already using the marks. We are raiding here. We are putting this fort, Gorillion, under siege. So let's see what we're bringing here at Gorillion. Oh, our war mage that we got. We put some thug gear, the crown of the Ivy King, which is the artifact that we got from the Pretender. It's he probably put it there because sometimes the head slot doesn't allow you to wear helmets, only crowns. And it doesn't have a protection. Yeah, protection head 9. It doesn't protect the head. It just gives bark skin. He can cast bark skin anyway, but it does give him more regen. It was probably more to flex than anything. I should have given him a helmet actually. But the Carmine Cleaver that I got from that ancient presence, a very good weapon because it gives. It's not the burn flash. The burn flash is nice, but the fire shield. Yeah, the fire shield. And large bark skin already has bark skin. Elemental fortitude, personal regeneration on, personal poison resistance, and attack. Let's see how it goes. The worms are burning with the Carmine Cleaver. This will be no problem. I don't know why he casts bark skin if he already has it. Yeah, well, went through. So he keeps dropping these beetles and stuff, which probably makes him good as a defense tank too, if only he had good defense. I expect a lot of the units are going to get wrecked on his fire shield. This one's burning. The problem with regeneration tanking, it's even with enlarge, is only has 15 HP. Well, the max now is 19. Yep, no problem. 45 units of province defense there. And going into Silverfang or to more companies, let's see. Much easier than the horse cow, the horse tribe. Lost one sylph to 45 units. And here on High Peak, we're bringing 3 crows on a Horde of Skeleton spam. Self-buffing too. I lose them a lot to random archer fire when I raid PD, and they cast archer fire. So I'm putting air shield if I think I can get away with it. The reason I'm doing this is probably I think I have enough crows here to support the armies that I have with the spells I want. Then I have units, right? And the units I need them to be on top of the castles breaking down the walls. So I take the extra mages to get my more provinces in the meantime. Let's see how it goes. Change shape. Yes. Elephant province. Cool. Not a lot of PT though. Won't be a problem. And they have air shield. And are invulnerable. Even with their high encumbrance. Such good mages. Yeah, and the crows carry the skull staff. And it boosts their path once they change shape. This always confuses me because I look at this and I think one of them has died, but actually one of them is the hero that has morph paths. But other than that, I don't think is anything special. More undead leadership, perhaps. Yeah, yeah, but took out the PD easy. So that was high peak over here. Near Machaka, we're raiding Rotmarsh here. I was wondering why I didn't move this raiding group, but I think what happened here, I'm searching with them, is well, they're building a lab to get more gems and continue working. And I'm taking some items away with the scout, but also I didn't want to give gems because I'm putting them in Nexus. But in here we are bringing a team, so it's not our entire army, it's the trolls with mage support, and when we have fewer troops we use horde of skeletons. Yeah, and we to protect the mages we're using the Nidavangr. And going forward we will prefer the bear clan anyway because we're always afraid there's going to be more flames from the sky. But a body theory on the trolls, gift of the furies should make them really strong. This is the script. Let's see how it goes. Nothing there. Very little PD. By the time the trolls got there, half of them are gone already from the evocations. Just 28 units of PD. Didn't lose anything. This is a wolf clan that shape change. Turn 79. Okay, so um, we cast Arcane Nexus and it overpowered the previously existing Gates of Horn and Ivory. But there was no Gates of Horn and Ivory prior. So what happened was that Asphodel saw that there was an empty slot too and tried to sneak in the global Glamour generator, and it was overpowered by our global, and they hit each other in random order. And Asphodel saw this and immediately uh, declared the end of the nap. I mean, he still gave me the 3 turns to prepare, but said this was a game-winning move, and then he was ending the nap. Well, some players would have simply attacked me, wouldn't even give me the 3 turns. So I made whatever excuses I could, but I really didn't want to fight. But there's nothing I can do about it because I still need to finish this off. I mean, I don't need to take every single province, but I'm killing this stuff very fast. But he still has all the elemental royalty, and he's scripting as we can see. And well, still doing the same stuff. The pretender is moving back to the throne of the artificer here. We have more terrain change. Now this that was plains was giving us good money. Well, still is because of a great gold mine, but became a forest too. I don't understand why this has for growth. Maybe there's a site I didn't find because I only have growth 1, and growth 1 with the Well of Miseries should be growth 3, which is what I have everywhere. Here's growth 4 too. Here I know it's growth 5 because of a site. So I'm not sure. I have enough candles that no other dominion should be touching it. I don't understand how these growth changes work. Maybe there are sites here, and I should site search more. We are also casting some Ball of Bloods. Teleport gems. Yeah, we're using teleport gems to supply our armies when we're about to storm. This should be almost breach bountiful lands. Green is one harm. That was a raid. Yeah, severely damaged. Now we saw we had a scout here in Machaka, and we saw a big PD dump. Cholera cast by shrub. Now that's funny. Need to kill this shrub. So yeah, I'm concerned that he's gonna do defense on top of the capital like Pythium did. Although he has lost so much and he can't bring reinforcements because it is almost completely cut out. Now we're raiding here. We're gonna cut out the capital completely. Here too, he can't reinforce because we cut out everything with the raids. You see. Man, I love crow mages. They're so versatile. They can teleport in. They can fly in as crows. They're all twice born, of course, so I get them back. Amazing mage. And on forging, we're trying to get a new artifact every turn. And even though we're late to construction 9, there's a lot of artifacts available. And with the crosspath we have with the Ember clan here, we can get Ember. And I think this will be a cool item to give a Bitter Wind that has ambidextrous because it's only one-handed and it does area, frost, and fire. So even if you're resistance to one damage type, you get hit by the other's area effect one, so we'll hit multiple units if they're in the same square. Also gives fire and cold resist. Very cool artifact. Very cheap too for what it does. As for our attacks this turn, let's start here near the throne. On Silver Fangs, we are reinforcing, of course, and our War Mage Thug that rated Gorillion here is moving to Tropiques. And he has the same script. Let's see how it goes. So there he is. And we got a Bar province with some Lion tribe. Although it's not Lion tribe, it's Machaka militia, yeah. So it's more than 20 because I think you get the province type up to 20, and then more than 20 you start getting your national troops. Killing the Machaka militia. Now the barbs come in. Barbs burning themselves up on the fire shield from the Carmine Cleaver. Is regenerating. Took a hit. He's surrounded. Yeah, completely harassed. Minus 17. And he blew up. Now this is a problem because one of these bugs is his soul. And yeah, there he is. So yeah, my hubris with wanting to wear the crown of the Ivy King, I paid a price here. I think it could have been okay if he was bigger, but he's only size 3, so it's very easy for somebody to hit him on the head and has no protection. So he got hit for 14 points of damage, got feeble-minded, and then he exploded into bugs, which is and the soul vessel bug is poisoning a barbarian now. If I think if he stays like that and they don't hit the soul bug for 10 turns, he reforms. But now they have no leadership, so as magical entities, they are dissolving. So we lost our war mage and his items, lost an artifact too. At least it wasn't very expensive, and at least he is immortal, so he will come back. Oh, he has a chance of getting those paths. And yeah, pay the price for my hubris there, and not giving him a good head slot. Here in Machaka, we are reinforcing. Our group here that raided is joining the attack on the capital. I think I'm moving a lot more than I need in, because I'm fearful of Veil of Perpetual Mists. And we got the lab here. Yeah, we added some items and some gear. I don't want this guy to die because he has a silver arm, so I'm moving him away. And we're cutting off the last province adjacent to Machaka here with our raiding group. Oh no, he's coming. Okay, being very reckless with him. Hmm. I was wondering. Normally, when I don't bring a lot of troops, I bring more stuff. But there is anime tree. Anime tree does a good job. It's not as good as Horde of Skeleton, but it does generate chaff, and then they have a lot of HP and living water too. And the Wolf Clan can cast Bone Melter, which is a great spell with his crosspath. This is the script. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, Calaria cast by Shrub. That is so funny. There's just a monkey PD there. Yeah, he that's what he did. He put it all around his cap to get more resources. I don't think that's a good use. Well, maybe in the long term to get more spiders. But now he's gonna get no spiders if I put the fort under siege. Maybe should have cast Flames from the Sky more. Boom! And no more monkeys. "34 monkeys." There was a lore master too there, probably side searching. The not flames from the sky, gifts from heaven does so much damage. Turn 80. So Wolf Clan was attacked by 5 horrors in Nidavangr while he was studying. These are soul torn. Yeah, no chance at all. So the void pattern labyrinth doesn't work always, and it's almost gone. Only 2 months left. I'm recasting it right now with the pretender. And the Magic 5 from the Stellar Focus is horror marking quite a few of our mages. Yeah, very dangerous. We also got a few assassination attempts. One of our lizard shamans. This is a communion master with a ton of gems and some boosters and a flame helmet. Creeping Doom. What does he have? Has a Bane Spider with a Girdle of Might for the Ring Vig and a bottle of living water. Well, lucky won a situation like this. Let's see if this guy's lucky. Yeah. He had so many gems. Oh man, he's gonna fill this hall with the bugs. How poison is he? 50% poisoned. Yeah, look at that. Oh, and Bear Clan, but they can't be bodyguards because they're indisciplined. How they're here? I think it's random because of the where the assassination took place. Yeah, defense at courtyard. The attack occurred while he was walking through the courtyard. And if you have units there, well, it says defense at courtyard, so this is probably uh standard national troop. But why Bear Clan warriors? I'm not sure. So this was this one here, and then Anne, Anne. Oh, this is gonna be tough. At least this guy doesn't have gear or gems. Same kit, exactly the same kit. Yeah, Earth Grip's not gonna do it, buddy. I am so sorry. Okay, that was Anne. Now, Jibble at the courtyard again. But now looks like he got a convenient slave. Yeah, and the defense is back here sleeping, so most unfortunate. Well, you stop the elemental, but how are you gonna deal with the warrior illusion? You don't have magic weapons. You have a mace, but he's ethereal. Yeah, the Bear Clan are good, but against water elementals, not good enough. And the other Bear Clan's sleeping. Woke up. Yeah, but this is too much. He's already harassed down. Yeah. False damage. It's not real. It's not real. Doesn't matter. And they rout. Didn't get a chance to berserk. Rip Gibble. Okay, so now is Ianatum. Oh, this is an astral communion master. So he's not going to be able to summon bugs. Oh, and oh, this is so expensive. The Ring of Fire is like 2 gems for us, but this is expensive. The Astral Helmet, not so much, but still. And this 15 pearls and oh my, that's sad. That's sad. Opposition. Yeah, didn't stun him or anything. Same kit, same kit. Yeah, losing a communion slave or a clan mage that doesn't have gear or gems, it's okay. I can just recruit another, but losing a communion master full of expensive gear and gems like that is painful. Okay, so now is Liftraze. And who's Liftraze? Is a white mage. Eesh. Also, this is the anti-magic caster, probably. Oh, that's gonna be tough. He has bodyguards, though. Well, will a gold do a lot? Control didn't work. Opposition. Oh no! Got him. That one is berserked. This one routed. Oh, he berserked out the door. Interesting. Yeah, but the water elemental got him. Another very, very, very painful one. And I even give him bodyguards, but it's tough. If only he could have cast just Horde of Skeletons, he might have won there. In addition, as we suspected, we have the Mist that's taking a lot of our units and commanders. So we are, yeah, we're already sieging down, but we are trying to move. And some of the mages that we really want there, for example, I'm replacing the community master, and I don't want to take chances in case he storms out of the fort. So in order to bypass the mist, I'm casting teleport. There was also, yeah, a crow here that I put some gear on, even put in the bottle that Lucky was using. Lucky's recovering still, so he can custom some stuff. Yeah, this guy is probably for featherweight army turn one. There's another one coming from here. Yeah, this guy was side searching, so he's set to cast some earth stuff, I bet. Yeah, marble army. And we got 33 pearls from our Arcane Nexus, so it's gonna take like almost 10 turns to pay off, but well, maybe less if people start using more. They probably stopped using gems when they saw I have it, but it pays off big time if left uncontested. But the fort's not cracked yet. We're moving everything back. Logistics. We're recruiting on our border now. Not on all places, but here and here, expecting Asphodel to attack. Um, yeah, I think this turn I can only see one battle that I expect to happen, which is the storm at the Bountiful Land. Yeah, we got our usual stuff. I don't see anything different or noteworthy here. This now is a much better army, especially with the mercenaries. Yeah. And since we couldn't use the Hydra hatchlings from my plans because they're undisciplined, I'm putting them on front to make use of their poison to hurt whoever's at the gate faster and hopefully not poison our own units. Although I'm sure we're casting Serpent's Blessing. This is the script. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, beefy army now. And here nothing. Like really nothing. Unless you put something here now. Okay. So just a waste of gems. You never know. Yeah, I like Hydras because they make a huge poison cloud when you put a lot of them. Yeah. And the poison cloud, I can't tell if it's affecting the archer, but it goes through the wall apparently. Yeah, that's something to think about if you have access to these units. Like I put the ghosts here because I knew they could pass through walls to get the archers faster against Scaleria. It won't kill them as fast, but putting poison on wall archers might be an interesting tactic. The battle summary: raised the temple, lost one Jaguar tribe. Yeah, this is always confusing because the hero is here, but we didn't lose any crow mages. Lost one long that, 3 solas, 1 sylph, and yeah, there was really nothing there. Got our lizard back that retreated. Turn 81. So, much to my chagrin, Arcane Nexus has been dispelled. So, here am I, like, thinking that I'm the master of diplomacy because um, I have basically, I had a defensive alliance with Calum and Shinoyama due to the threat of Asphodel and Machaka. And since my war of Machaka went so well, now I'm becoming the great power. Well, Machaka is still dangerous, so. And but they collaborated, I think, with Asphodel on dispelling my nexus. So it's not like it's everybody against Asphodel, really, because they're watching out for me getting too powerful too. And with this dispel, definitely the pearls I invested didn't pay off. But it was a gamble. And actually, it was the first 9 level spell that I cast in any Dominions 5 or Dominion 6 game. So it was a big milestone for me. I won a few games, but never in the late game. So this is now completely new territory for me. It was cool. I wanted to make the attempt. I like to make risky plays, but yeah, this is what happened. And then um, these battles here, Calum attacking me, they're peaceful because when I realized that I Asphodel ended the nap and it was going to attack me, I I took a moment to consider the strategic situation here. And the problem of Asphodel, of course, is the border is too big, and they have those little carrion and mannequin things everywhere, everywhere. And they are mindless, they don't route, so it's very easy for them to raid everything and really destroy my income. So I thought this was easier to defend because I have this fort here. And this was easier to defend because it's very, very easy to reinforce from the capital. I could lose this fort maybe, but defend here. However, this one, due to the geography, it's a bit more complicated. You cannot move from here to here. So what I proposed to Calum, this was not this turn, was the turn prior. Was that he buy these 3 provinces from me, which has great sites, for very, very cheap. And I think I charge just turns of income, of money income and gem income, and he could keep them because I thought I was not gonna defend them anyway. However, as soon as Nexus was dispelled, I messaged Asphodel and said, "Hey, are you still attacking me? Because the reason you gave for attacking me was Nexus, and now Nexus is gone." And then he proposed he would reestablish the NAP with some complicated extra clauses about game ending globals, and I agreed. And well, I've been wanting to fight him the whole game, but really the situation we are in, even though we're doing so well, we are definitely not prepared. If we get attacked now, it could be a disaster. What else we got this turn? There were some assassinations. So a crow that was tainted got attacked by horrors too, tainted souls. Life draining flare, life drain. 16 MR. Arcane bolt. Wow. Yep, that took care of it for sure. So yeah, this scroll, go to province. It was here? Oh, it was before he left. Yeah, I renamed him Lovecraft. Yeah, that's the one. He's horror marked and Iceborne because he dealt with horrors really well. What else? We got some more assassinations on Podro. Oh no, it's an Iron Order. At least no gear. Shatter did damage, but what did it hit? 33 points of damage. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. Now he's a little water elemental. Maybe with some bodyguards he could have won. Even then, there's the illusions. Same kid, always. Well, some of them are the same guys because some of them are winning. It's not real. It's not real. Too late. So that was one. Now Mimer. Oh, you got my Gate Cleaver Tug. With not great gear, but he's got a Gate Cleaver. And 70 attack, 47 damage. Same kit. He's gonna bless himself. One tavern patron's already gone. He already hit the water elemental. Yeah, already hit. Killed the illusion there. 30 damage. Now he's smaller. He's not even taking damage. But it's hard to tell with all the bonuses. How much defense? He has only one harass penalty. 19 defense. You know, magic weapons is much easier to take care of the illusions. But now there's quite a few of them. Bewitching lights. Nothing happened. Are you fatigued out? You are. You have Ring Vig. But let's see if you can put out illusions faster than Mimer here can kill them. Apparently not. Fascination didn't work either. And he's dead. Okay, cool. So one Fear Assassin and now Assis. Assis is one of our flame spirits boosted with the Skull of Fire and 2 fire gems, temporary. Yeah, big fire elemental. So it's the elemental battle. And he summons this Will of the Wisps. Just by existing, I think. The water is burning. Yeah, in the battle of the elementals, I guess, fire wins. Yeah, just the wisps took care of that. Cool. What else? We are casting Simulacrum. We are doing more Bishop Fish, and we're casting Father Illorth with the guy we boosted here. So Father Ilorth is like a blood version of the King of the Earth, and this is the only guy that can give forge us the Bloodstones, which are the second Earth booster, which also gives a temporary Earth gem. And it's gonna have that other guy too. That guy is a good blood mage, and that guy will allow us to summon Ilorth too. He can summon them for free with summon allies, or he can summon them in battle. So very good to have. And I don't think anybody has him because I think of the nations left, I'm the one with blood. And Simulacrum, yeah, I should even cast here because I'm just horror marking him. But Simulacrum is basically an extra life for him. There's 80% chance he comes back. So very good to have. Even if I put he holds globals and he was. Now I lost Arcane Nexus. I tested, and if you kill the simulacrum, the I think the global stays. If I remember correctly, well, I remember I did the test. I don't remember the result now. So probably if I'm relying on that, I'll have to test it again. And yeah, manifest vitriol. We're using our rare cross path here. It needs this cross path, and it gives you a green lion, which has great stats and resistances. I was looking for good summons for the late game, and I'm not familiar with late game, but what I was looking for the most was high magic resistance, and I thought this one of the best units. Unfortunately, we only get one at a time, but at two water gems, if I'm gonna keep this mage here anyway because from time to time I want to craft with this cross path. So might as well summon one at a time uh, while he's here. And forging. Um, oh yeah, same stuff for forging, but the clam of pearls. The clam of pearls. I forgot that I can do it natively because it needs this cross path, and our wolf clan has it. And it's temporary to Astro Gems. Very worth, especially being discounted from the throne and from the hammer. We also got a new prophet because our old prophet had died. Again, we put it on a Astro 1 Sith Berander Apprentice. On research, we got Wish. So it would have been really good to wish for a lot of stuff had we kept our Astro Nexus. Well, but now it's there. And Flames from the Sky is next. We really like what it did to us, and we want to do that to other people. Machaka is breached, and we managed to get enough mages here, either just by brute forcing through assassinations and the Veil of Perpetual Mists, or by magic phasing them in. We have a lot of stuff, 700 troops. We have a lot of people guarding important commanders. We have a lot of, yeah, right here is our new prophet, Divine Channeling Fanaticism. Yeah, 200 of them are soulless, but that's just to breach faster. And since we have them, I might as well use them to hold off the gate while we get all of our many buffs off. I'm going through if any important changes are made, and I'm doing everything that I can turn one. For example, a lightning resist you can get from air or from earth with ground army. So this guy's ground army, and then summon earth power. Normally I like to put summon earth power first because you start to evict right away, but I don't want to take any risks. I want to finish this work quickly because Calum is not Calum. Asphodel is breathing down my neck there. Here, now troops that don't berserk, I'm putting under the bishop general because with his items he and his high leadership he is giving them +3 morale. And what you since my Nidbatad are getting very beat up, a lot of them are have a lot of afflictions. I'm putting the ones with afflictions in the back on hold and attack closest, and the ones that don't have afflictions. This number here is a Scar Souls, and then this orange thing here is Curses. I'm putting them in the front on attack rear. So this is the script. This is for Machaka's capital. Let's see how it goes. Good number of spiders. King of Elemental Earth. Geared. Artifact. Yeah, Colaria. So that was his plan, getting more resources. Because he had Sloth to get his expensive blast with an Awake Pretender. I think it was Awake. Now he doesn't have the resources to get as many spiders as he wants, so he's fixing it that way. It's an interesting strat. I'm just not sure if it's worth it putting on the provinces adjacent to the capital. The capital for sure. But I guess if he would keep it, it would benefit him in the long term. But I was here to make sure he wouldn't keep it. Yeah, man, my buff Draconians do really well. Because they're not just a distraction like the Zots that come in and die. With all the buffs, they come in and stay here. What did he do? Soldiers of Steel, Living Earth. Yeah, he thought he didn't have enough troops. So, but then he got interrupted. He put some Earth Elementals out there. They're here. Yeah, they're bigger when you cast Elementals from yeah, Earth Elemental Empowerment. That's the tag. From Elemental Royalty, you get bigger ones. I see Soul is full of flame fire here. Like, on the one hand, it's bad that all these Soulless can't go through the gate. It's completely clogged. But in terms of artillery, we definitely have more than them, so it's not a problem. Plus, the archers are gone. And there's still Draconians here, regenerating, fighting. And they draw aggro from the mages. Also, Rigor Mortis did really well there again. Battle summary, raise the temple. What did we lose? Oh, we gained 2 black sorcerers. That's very cool. Lost only 5 Draconian of our 16. Lost 1 goal, 1 great spider. Only 1 Nidbatad. Only 3 trolls. 1 Nidilva. Only fixes 56 of our 200 Soulless Warriors. Yeah, he had a Kokitian too. Yeah, he's done now because he already had lost 200 spiders, a few more on the other battles, and this was the capital. He's not going to be able to get them anymore. Not his capitals. He lost two ancient presences, half of his elemental royalties, and now I think really he is donezo. I want to watch that battle at the capital again Just, I'm not gonna do a complete analysis of it, but I just want to see one thing. I gave Amber to the Bitterwind, the Banelord Thug. Yeah, Amber, and he's berserking with a Flesh Eater too. Didn't have gear for him, but he comes with a decent chill chainmail hauberk. Dancing Shield, the Amulet of Anti-Magic. When I'm using him for raiding provinces, I don't expect Soul Slays and stuff like that, but on a Cap Storm battle, where I expect a lot of mages, it's nice to have more magic resistance. He's up to 20 now, will be higher with anti-magic. And a Dancing Trident has super high 2 attacks, high defense too. He's berserking, so it's going to be even higher. He's going to be fully buffed by our army buffs. Yeah, he clears a square each time he attacks. But with the artifact Amber there. Yeah, very cool to see him fighting at the gate like that. Chop, chop. Fortunately, the trolls get in front of him. Where is he now? I lost track. Oh, there he is. Okay. He's right here. Yeah, he's on attack closes probably. Yeah, he waits, but the trolls are bigger. Really cool army thug. Yeah, he killed 31 units. Only the Wolf clan with their magic killed more. And the Draconians that were in the back. And he was fighting those super strong, super buffed uh, spiders. Oh, we didn't see the items. Tom of Gaia, so another artifact, Skull of Fire, Water Bracelet, Water Lance, Skull Staff, Earth Boots, Crown of Command, Skull Staff, Skull of Fire, Chassis of the Mountain, Earth Boots, Skull Staff, Sword of Many Colors, Mirage Crystal, Skull Staff, another Chassis of the Mountain, another Chassis of the Mountain, Earth Boots, and another Chassis of the Mountain. Good. We are receiving payment for the promises from Calum. We got Father Illorth is right there. He's already forging for us. He's forging an artifact, Tome of the Forgotten Masons, and which will allow us to, even though our nation can only upgrade the forts to castles, we're going to be able to make citadels, which will give us more command points, allow us to get our mages faster. And it's good to put on the capital and throne provinces and other important provinces too, because it increases the wall strength. We are regretting that we sold this to Calum, but what is done is done. Anything else of note? More manifest vitriol, forging, blood stuff. Yeah, the direwolf belt. I'm getting that because I don't want my units to have any weaknesses, and these guys have susceptible to cold, and even gets even worse when I give him School of Fires, and I have a lot of them because I'm crafting what I think I need, and I have some extra of the stuff I'm not using. But I'm getting a lot of Earth Boots, Skull Staffs, and Skull of Fires from Machaka, so I'm making use of them. But the problem is that have this malice here, so I'm getting the cheaper items. This Direwolf Belt, for example, many people would consider it bad gear, but it comes early in the game. It helps us kill the Pretender with a plus attack skill and a plus defense, even though it doesn't have good armor values. And for a mage, it helps mitigate this cold resistance. There's the ice helmet too. Yeah, it's 5 gems, but for us, with all the bonuses, it's only 2. And ideally, we would give a Frostbrand too, because that will put their susceptible to cold to 0. So we're at turn 82, and I think this episode is best to stop here because it's already too long. But we made an important milestone capturing Machaka's cap. We on construction, we are going behind and putting temples on the forts we capture. Here we have lore masters, which are very cool. They have a random 3 paths, so I keep fishing. And even if they're not useful, they have very good adept researcher, but they are expensive. And I definitely feel it's not worth to tempo lab every province, but with the changes, well, Machaka had a lot of growth, so his change to forest was much more extreme than what happened to me because I only had growth 1. And logistics is complicated. For example, if I wanna get to here, uh, I might want to do gem logistics and item logistics, and so I end up needing it. Or when I raided here and needed to move more, replenish my mages with gems, I had to build a lab here. And I'm definitely not happy when it had changes in these forts, although this fort are sold and I regret it. In general, I'm feeling kind of betrayed because the feeling was that we were plotting, not plotting against Asphodel, but not letting him win because it's dangerous. But at the same time, as soon as I put Arcane Nexus, everybody else reacted against me. So, but this was I don't remember if this was announced for advanced players or intermediate players. But since the first game I played in Dominion 6, I won, which was a no skills game. I thought I needed to step up the challenge. And when you play with good players, it's like that, and they're good at Diplo. They're your friend, but if you get too strong, they're not gonna let you run away with the game with an Arcane Nexus play like I tried. Um, in site searching, we're doing well, and when we conquer Scalaria, we site searched everything for the paths, even though he could have site searched almost everything. But for Machaka, it's too much land, and we can see that there's a lot of uh, sites found. So he probably did a good job site searching, and he has a variety of paths too. So what we're hoping to do is get the record of creation artifact. We're not getting it now; we're getting the Tome of Forgotten Masons, but soon, and use that to put nines on everything and make sure we're not missing any because we need to catch up. We have a lot of gem income, and we lost like 200 on that Nexus gamble. So let's take a moment to look at the score graphs, starting with provinces. So our war with Machaka was completely brutal. He raided some provinces back, but once he started losing, it was a complete dip and a complete rise on our end. And how quickly I mean, in provinces we were always doing well, but How quickly we are going ahead in this game is amazing. Even though it's late game now. Yeah, forts. Look at that. Although Shinoyama is doing well too in terms of forts. Yeah, Shinoyama is not far behind. Our gem income we can compare, but it's good. Our blood income, when we get vampire lords, now it's actually scaling. Although we are using part of it for our crafting and such. Dominion still going well with the temples. I mean, this was research. Yeah, research stopped rising so much, but not every level 9 spell that I get I'm using or making good use of, like happened with Nexus. Dominion seems to be doing well. Armies we are maintaining, but we are spending a lot of our income, which is the best in maintaining it. And ascension points, we are completely screwed by the map generation. So it doesn't matter that we're super ahead. We cannot throne rush, and we need to be very careful. We still only have this throne that was a point of contention with Scalaria at the start, and even though we had all these victories, there's still stuff here. There's still uh, Machaka's throne here in Silver Fangs. What other thrones he has? So he has the Crystal Throne, the Throne of Fire, and the throne. He has three thrones, and I'm only going to be able to get one of them because this other one is on this tentacle way over here, and the other one is like in the middle of Ulbar here. So it's best not even to worry about that and just I think make sure I have my border with Asphodel settled before he vultures some stuff. Although I'm speaking of vulturing, and I did enter this war with him saying that he would not attack me if I attack Machaka. There was that issue, and at one point where he killed in, and I vultured this province, and he made me give it back. So if he's going to remain consistent, now he's just going to sit and watch as I take these provinces one by one, and he does nothing. He did have a good reason to fight me due to Nexus, but since Nexus is gone, now he just watches as I grow even more. But that's it for this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.